there's this article that's out. It's in the Seattle Times, and it is basically talking about, and I'll share it here on YouTube. But basically, it is talking about Julio Rodriguez has been very, very aggressive lately. Is it working? But the first thing that they bring up is uh, these comments, I should say, that are in a Netflix series called what's it called, the Dugout, or no, the Clubhouse, a year with the Red Sox, and they chronicled 2024, and the opening day was against the Mariners, I think, here in Seattle, if I can remember correctly. And they basically were the pitching coach is going through like the scouting reports, and he says, I guess, quote, Julio is very, very aggressive. All he wants is the ball in the middle. Anything, uh, cambio, changeup, middle, slider, middle. That's all he can hit. And then the article basically what goes on to talk about uh, Julio's approach, um, and as far as what Jerry DePoto thinks about it. Pretty good article. I'll pull it up. But go ahead, Hannah. Uh,
Yeah, I
what
mean,
do you
Julio has
see on
certainly
the
been talked about quite a bit here this last week. You mentioned these articles. It's been talk online on sports radio. My opinion of Julio is he's still young. He's still 24. There's some things I really like about him, and then there's some things that I'm frustrated with. So I'm kind of I understand what both sides say about Julio. Um, but he's young. He plays the game super hard. Yeah, his approach is a little frustrating here. I heard some stat that he swings either at the first or second pitch 50% of the time. That can be very successful, and it can also hurt you. And I'm sure all the other clubs know that too, and they're using it. As you mentioned, that Boston series or that Boston Netflix documentary that they say just throw it down the middle. Makes sense. We see how teams attack him hard in and soft away with his spin, and he has trouble with it sometimes. Well, not sometimes. Feels like a lot of the time. But he's still a young player. He does a lot of good things, plays great defense. So, you know, I try to, I'm just so, I guess the one thing I could say about Julio is I wish, how we've seen year after year, Cal address certain things of his game and then improve. I'd like to see that a little bit from Julio, but then I also got to remember that Cal is also 4 years older than Julio.
exactly.
Went to college, played in big time college baseball, and has more experience. But yeah, I mean, my opinion is I see things on both sides of everybody's argument, and I'm glad we have him. He's still very young.
Yeah, I saw a comment today on one of the groups, the Mariner groups, and it was basically talking about Julio not, meeting these expectations. But the thing is, again, he's still 24, and you have him for a while. And I think I commented like, yeah, right now, is he an all-star? No. Is he a superstar? No. Can he be? Yeah, we've seen him at that level, but currently, right now, he's not, and that's okay. I think the back half of the season, I definitely feel like he gets that all-star pressure. I would assume he does. It's that pressure of maybe, am I going to make it? He's been a tweener every year, every single year, even going back to his rookie year. But he was he was ascending at this point. That's and then the last couple of seasons, he's had these slow starts. I mean, he's already labeled as a slow starter. For on it now into his fourth season. So I do think he's going to have a bigger second half. But you said it too. Cal Raleigh's older. Wait until he's 28. Wait till he gets some more of this old man strength. I do think you're going to see a patch of years where Julio's going to have 40 plus home runs. I don't.
Yeah, I
That doesn't
certainly hope
necessarily.
so.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
not happen right now. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, you do see certain things that you want to see him improve on. Go ahead.
my number one is recognizing the strike zone. I mean, that will help him out so much if he's able to curtail that. Sure, he's cut down on his strikeouts quite a bit, but it's creeping back up now in this last month. But because of that, he's lost a lot of his power. I mean, he's got what 15 hits this month. I saw, and all of them are singles except a one double, one triple, I believe, if I read it correctly. But that's just trying to dissect what he can do. He was put in an unfair position too. The Mariners haven't really put. They just he had that great rookie year, and then they just threw him in there and said, "Hey, be the leader of this team, carry this team," and we didn't really give you too much around you to help you out, but we expect this of you.
Not at
So
all.
that's a lot of pressure as well.
Not at all. I mean, if you've been following the Mariners, listen, it's chronicled of what they've done since they've been a playoff team. Nothing offseason.
Yeah.
You don't need to dive into that more. We all know that. That's surface shit. If you're a Mariners fan, you were talking about what his splits are that you saw. I can try to pull this up here, but basically in the last 7 games, he's hitting 250. Last 15 games, 295 going into this weekend. Last month, he's hitting 288. But yeah, you do look at the home runs, is what you're talking about. The home runs are what, 3 in the last month, none in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, he's hitting the ball, he's swinging a lot. But there's the splits for you right there. Going into this Chicago series, of course, if you're catching us a little bit later. But as far as what else they're talking about in this article, when you were talking about the swing rates and him just swinging a lot, it is chronicled right here. I'm sorry about this delay. It says right here, notably, Rodriguez very, very aggressive. Reputation has ratcheted up another level. He's swinging at 57% of all pitches, the 6th highest rate in the majors, and at a 71.3 of all first pitches he sees is the game's highest rates, or one
Wow,
of the
that's
game's
just for the
highest rates.
first pitch. That's that's an easy one for pitchers to get that on the scouting report, and they know how to attack it.
Yeah, don't throw a cookie. Throw on the corner, get some chase. Look, his hard hit rate via Baseball Savant is well below his career average, though, at 49.2. So he's down 7% if you want to get into that stat. So him swinging more and him striking out less has, at the same time, and is it a coincidence, has lowered his hard hit rate, is basically what they're talking about here in this article by Adam Jude as well. But Jerry DiPoto also said he's on pace for a 30 homer, 5 and 5 half win season. So it's tough to complain about what he's doing. And you really look forward to what the end product looks like for him. And that's, what we're saying here too, is we're not on the whole like, oh, Julio isn't, a top 5 player in the league right now, so he's a failure.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
you see that shit out there and you're like, that's dumb.